Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today this is a very special video, very dear to my heart, because I pull from each and every one of you who watches my videos, that have given me feedback, that have been supportive about my channel, about me in this journey of learning how to do my makeup better, and in the process maybe helping somebody else in the long run. So I pull a few things here and there from the feedbacks that I got from you guys, and from my favorite things that I love from you, and I incorporated into this video. So before you guys skip to see how I achieved this look, I just want to say what I got from everybody. So let me look at myself in the mirror. So my lips are inspired by my girl Letitia. I love her lips. She has some full lips, full of life. I can't replicate that, but for some reason when I do darker lips, it makes my lips seem fuller. So this is for Letitia. The little band that I have on my head, I got it from Target, and it's from the brand Cantu, and this is for my girl Joanna. She's always wearing this kind of things at work with her little bun on the top, looking extra gorgeous. The eyebrows will have to be my girl Jessica V, because her eyebrows are always on point. Her eyebrows look like this in person without doing anything. So imagine if I could just wake up with these eyebrows, I will die. Let me see what else. The eyelashes are inspired by two people. Jessica V, because she's always telling me, girl, do some eyelashes on those videos, and I never do it. It took me 20 minutes to get it, and they're still not perfect, but they're there. And the other person is Tatiana, because her eyelashes are always on point. I don't know how she does it. Oh, and Joanna too. I don't know how they do it, but their eyelashes are always on point. Now, the color pattern that I chose is for somebody very dear to my heart. The reason why I started this channel in the first place, my girl Sherry. I feel like these colors will look amazing on her skin tone, and I want to encourage her to try out color and not to be afraid. Now I redid the same look that I did with the blue palette from Jeffree Star, only because I wanted to make a more detailed video for one of my followers, White Girl Awesome. She messaged me on Instagram. She said that she loved the look and she's gonna give it a try. I felt that the last video I made it kind of rushed, and I didn't take my time to explain how I did it or how to correct any mistakes that you may have. So that's why I recreated the look today using more everybody friendly colors that you could use for daytime or any occasion, but I was more in detail, and I also made some mistakes that I show how I fixed them. So that's about it about who inspired my looks, and I hope to do this very soon with my other friends who support me, and hopefully one of you guys, my mystery subscribers. So I hope you guys enjoy the look, and without further ado, to start up, I just want to refresh my eyebrows using the Maybelline Total Temptations eyebrow in the color medium brown, just to give it some shape and not make my eyebrows look too, I don't know, like they're about to disappear, in my opinion. My friend Jessica, she has the perfect eyebrows in my opinion. They're so bushy and yet in the perfect line. I wish that I could achieve that in my life, just wake up with the perfect eyebrows, but I don't. So I'm just giving it a little bit of shape, making sure they look nice and put together, except for that one hair that wouldn't budge, but I got it out. Other than that, I still struggle to make my eyebrows look even. I always have one eyebrow more intense than the other, especially when I'm doing my videos, but I feel like I'm doing progress each and every day, so let's see how things go. But I'm very happy the way they came out. Then using my NYX eyeshadow primer, I'm just going to prep under my eyelids to make sure that it has a nice base to stick for my eyeshadows. I'm also going to be using the same thing to clean up my eyebrows a little bit, just to make sure they're a little bit more sharp. Using the Juvia's 2 palettes, I'm gonna be using the shades to give my eyes a little bit of color. I'm also gonna be tapping into the Jeffree Star palette. I'm gonna use the more icy color to set my vase from the True Blood palette, and then I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place for the look. From the UVS 2 palette, I'm going to be grabbing the color Jezebel. I'm going to use that color to give my eye some depth and kind of create a false crease. I'm trying to create more dimension into my eyes. I have hooded eyes, so I want to make them seem longer. As you can see, hooded eyes, you get the little line in between that should not be there ideally, but we can fake almost everything with makeup. So I'm just making sure I put the wine color a little bit higher than the line. So when I do my actually cut crease with the lighter color, I'm going to put it over it and make it look like my eyes are bigger. I'm just blending and blending and blending. I don't want it to look too rough, but not too hard either. I find that one of the areas that I make mistakes is that I tend to not take my time when it comes to blending, and that's the most important part of the makeup process. Now I'm just measuring my part. That's where my crease is usually at. That's for my eyelid space, and I'm trying to make it darker. Using that Egypt color, I'm going to place it all over my lid. That's going to be the main color that's going to go over my lid, and I'm also going to place it using it kind of like cara style to give my eye a little more definition. But right now I'm just testing it out to see what kind of pigmentation it has. It's very pigmented, as you guys can see. I'm being very careful. Interrupted by my kids as always, but I'm being very careful when I'm doing it. I don't want to do it too much. I kind of want to leave a little bit of separation between the purple. Yes. Okay. A little bit of the purple and the green, so I don't have to use that much concealer when it comes to the time to create the cut crease. Even though I was being very careful, there's still room to mess up as always, but the thing to remember is that it's makeup. You can always remove it and fix it on the spot. Just be very careful. I'm just remeasuring my space. I left a little bit of space between my eyebrow and my eyeshadow only because I wanted the choice to put some highlighter under there, but that's only by choice. Right now I'm finishing up adding the Egypt color in the bottom. I'm gonna begin to do like a cat eye-ish motion with the eyeshadow, and that's also gonna help elongate the eye, make it seem that it's longer than what it is. For some reason I cannot work with liquid eyeshadows yet and make it look nice like that, but Stila has some good options of liquid eyeshadows that have the little how can I say it, the fuck, what is the word I'm trying to think of? And I'm not cutting this out of the video. We're gonna struggle together. The nail polish tip. Anyways, using my Tarte Shape concealer that you guys just saw, I'm just gonna use that, put some over my hand, and I'm going to cut my crease. Now, it's not gonna be as hard because I didn't put as much eyeshadow on my eye. This one came out looking okay. I'm just refining it, make it look kind of decent, and then, as always, you're gonna proceed to do the same thing on the other eye. As you're gonna see, nothing is perfect because I will mess it up, just like that. But it's okay. I just kept going and I will fix it. So, because it's concealer, you can always apply the eyeshadow over it, and it's gonna appear like nothing ever happened. Same thing if you do mascara or something else, you can always apply concealer. You can take a Q-tip with a little bit of makeup remover and just wipe the area. So always have patience, trust the process, and if you're making mistakes, find a way to correct it. Do not get angry and erase your eye, because I've been there before. I've gotten angry and deleted the entire thing. So you see, I'm just working the eyeshadow, kind of over my mistakes, and I'm kind of trying to fix the line that kind of leaked into my inner eye. So I use a Q-tip to get it out. The key is to keep trying. Do not give up. Right now, I'm just cleaning the whole process. I'm adding a little bit more of the purple shadow, which I already forgot the name, on the top. And I'm gonna just clean up the look a little bit before I keep playing with the eye and the touches that I've done for it. To the Juvia's palette, I'm gonna grab the more goldy tone. I don't know the name. It was upside down. My bad, guys. And I'm gonna put that over my crease. That's just gonna give it a little bit more dimension, a golden tone, kind of like a yellow, golden yellow, but with a darker tone. I don't know if I'm making that correctly, but it matches my headband. So on purpose, low key, high key, my look matches my hair and my headband, but unintentional or intentional, I feel like it came out super great. After blending my life away, I added some golden tones on my waterline, make sure the lines was okay, and it's time to clean up. So I grabbed a makeup wipe. Any makeup wipe, a baby wipe, anything you have in handy will work. I put it around my finger and I proceeded to cut my cat eye. So I went from under my eye all the way around and then a sharp up line. It finished up the cat eye look that I was looking for without erasing the shape that I worked so hard to achieve. And underneath my eye, it took out any fallout that it may have. These eyeshadows were really good, minimum fallout, except for when I was cleaning up or adding too much eyeshadow, but it was very minimal. Just cleaning up my areas around the eye, just to make sure that everything looks good and put together the way that I like it. To make this look a little bit more daytime, you can avoid doing the cat lines and just leave it rounded. Also, bring down the look, just do the green, the golden in the inner corners, and the red, bring it down a little bit more. And it will make for a daytime look. Right now I'm just priming my eyes using my Maybelline primer, my blur primer. I work it with my fingertips all around my face. It makes my face matte, and I apply a lot on my T-zone area because my combination skin is more oily in those areas, and my makeup end up looking tacky and too greasy by the end of the day. I work it with my fingers, round and round I go. Make sure the product is spread out widely. Using my Huda Beauty foundation and this brush that I found in CVS. I don't know the name, Artist something. So I use it. I usually don't like using that brush because I feel like the makeup, I like it more with my beauty blender. But somebody asked me in in IG if I use brushes for my makeup. The regular brushes, for some reason, I never found a way to do it. I never like how it turns out because I can see the streaks on my face. With this type of brush, I still see it, but it's less noticeable. So what I like to do is I apply an even coat, and then I keep working on it, or I keep adding until it has the coverage that I like, and then I go in with a blender of my choice and just pound it. Yes, can I help you? Okay, I'll buy you one. So sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing now. I'm working the foundation onto my skin. You can kind of see the areas that is patchy because it has more like a dark yellowish tone than the other ones. I apply it on my forehead, just 3 dots. I've been very careful with my hairline and with the eyebrows, so I don't want to mess them up. Last video I had very poor coverage around my eyebrows, so with this I'm being more precise than what I would with a blender. But I don't like how the finish looks. I don't like streaky. For some reason I can only do streaky with brushes, even regular brush or this type. So, but to each its own. Like everybody have their own way of practicing, and you'll find what you love doing by trial and error. I prefer sponges, but to do a full coverage look, I do both brush and then the sponge, like so. That is my Real Techniques face and body sponge. I like it. It's super super big. One thing that I've noticed, I only try 2 brands of sponges, the Real Techniques sponges and the Sonia Kashuk from Target. They are good, but after a while, like you have to get a new one. For some reason, this one has a bunch of like nail marks. I guess when I'm cleaning the the sponge or something. So I recommend that you change your sponge every other month if you can. They're very inexpensive. You can get them at TJ Maxx, a pack of 4 for like $12 or so. You can get them at Target for like $7, $4. So also they have other brands. Elf has them, NYX. Just go around and buy some new ones because you cannot mess with your face hygiene. That can avoid cross contamination. You know, your skin will look better. You do need extra stuff added to your skin. Right now I'm using my shape tape from Tarte, however you pronounce it, a little bit under my eyes. I love that concealer. It works for me. It doesn't increase as much. However, I like to go in and set it as soon as I'm done. I'm using a Sonia Kashuk sponge right now to work underneath my eyes. For some reason, that's the only one that I like for my under my eye situation and for setting my face. However, that sponge, after a few uses, it feels kind of like very synthetic, not as spongy. It feels like something else. So I recommend it, but make sure you have more than one. Okay, so that's how it's looking so far. I'm grabbing my Laura Mercier translucent powder, the same Sonia Kashuk sponge. Just gonna set underneath my eye. Oh man, I struggle so much with makeup. I don't know, not that I struggle, but it's hard for me. Um, my coworkers tell me that I'm getting better and better. My coworkers and friends that watch my video say that it is very encouraging because you want to see the change, you want to see the progress. But I wouldn't be making progress if I wasn't pushing myself out there into trying. Sometimes you see online that they do X amount of looks and it always turns out pretty and professional looking, and sometimes you try it and it doesn't work. I'm doing my favorite thing. I am cutting my chin on my side profile. Right now I'm just doing it with a little bit of the translucent powder. For a more sharp look, I usually use a concealer and then I top it off with the translucent powder. But somebody asked me for an option without it, so this is what you call. I call it you bake your beard. I don't know if that makes sense. So just put some powder, give myself a little beard, white beard, and I just leave it there. And it works. All I have to do is just either you pat it into your skin or you just brush it off with a brush. It's up to you. So I'm leaving it there while I move on to my other steps, which is my contouring. That's the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. I grab the two colors from the side and I just work it on my cheeks. I like to measure with my ears. And of course, I'm using my nose first. Oh my goodness, what a video. But to me, it feels like it makes my nose look smaller when I do that. It's supposed to be some kind of camera trick to make your nose look smaller. In person, I feel like it looks ridiculous because you can clearly see that I put powder on my nose. However, I must admit, whenever I'm taking the videos or I'm taking pictures, it looks amazing. So I use a darker shade to align my nose, and then I use a lighter shade to highlight the bridge. Right now I'm just measuring from the middle of my ear, as you can call it, to the middle of my cheek to give it, I guess, a more in-depth look at my, what do you call those things? The hollows of your cheek, which I have done. I love food, so I have none. I'm just diffusing, so it doesn't look like a sharp edge. This I believe that I gotten better at. Sometimes I do it and it looks too rough, but it works. So you just diffuse it, and you apply as much as you think you need, or depending on the look that you're going for. When I was making this video, my mom and my daughter were in the kitchen. We were blasting some music, so I sincerely apologize for the following situation. Ay, amor, te quiero más que nada en este mundo. Yeah, so sorry. I mean, I cut a bunch of as much as I could, but in a Dominican household, that's what we do. We sing, we dance, we just do that kind of stuff. And I cut a bunch of them, so one of them was about to make it. So I keep blending. I'm trying to make it look as natural as I can, not to make it look too harsh. Right now, what am I doing? What am I thinking? I'm rambling. I am patting off. Do you see how it looks like it's supposed to be that way? It just looks cut and like, and that's the look that I like. Now, I don't do that all the time. Using my Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss, I'm gonna use it as a blush and also as a highlighter. So I'm doing a two-in-one situation. Just making sure my cheeks have a little bit of color, that they look like I'm alive and happy to be here. You know, just a little bit of flirtation. I feel like the cheeks need to be always perky and saying hello. See, I'm testing it out right now. So you do that. Like I said, this whole look is by preference. You do a little, you take a little, you can do a lot. You can make it look daytime, nighttime. It's very workable. I was just not trying to do too much because I already did a lot with my eyes. That was the Too Faced Peach My Cheeks, and I'm just trying to add more color to my cheeks because I was using the highlighter before and I want to make it more natural. I'm just gonna add a little bit of eyeliner. Oh my gosh, I try to do okay. I try to do be girly and do lashes because my girls do lashes. Joanna, um, Tatiana, they do lashes. Jessica, they do lashes. Like they love lashes. But when I do lashes, something always go wrong. Okay, so coming back from that, I managed to glue my eyelashes. Semi okay. It took me about 25 minutes to do that. I even put my battery to charge. That's how long it took, ladies and gentlemen. That is why I don't do it often enough. I'm just adding, kind of mimicking what I did on the top and the bottom, just adding some of the green to make the look a little bit more cohesive. I know you guys are gonna say that I could get better at doing lashes if I do it more often. But let me tell you, I have some experiences where I almost lost an eye. We had a Christmas party last year and I tried to be fancy and do lashes and I didn't let the glue dry long enough. I put it on my eye, got on my lashes, it got inside of my eye. It was a disaster. I managed to pull the look together. I went to the party. Mid party, I started sweating. I felt that I was melting. My eyes were on fire, so I started to tear eye. My makeup was almost ruined. It was bad, guys. It was super bad. Anyways, I'm using the Better Than Sex mascara just to kind of unite my lashes because I did a butch job applying the lashes. So I'm trying to make it look like it was a good job by making them stick together. If you look closely, you can see where my eyelashes don't belong, but we're not going to focus on that. I'm going to use a Wet n Wild highlighter. I don't know which color that was. I went at it too fast and I'm too lazy to go get it right now. But I'm sure it's going to come up on another video. At this point, I am just doing this voiceover to have some content out there. But I am super tired. Mommy, Mom. Yes. Mommy. Dime. No. Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay. We're gonna go pee. We're almost done with the look. I use a regular schmegular Wet n Wild liner to line my lips, make it look a little bit more plump. I think it's in the color, I think it's like a burgundy brown, I don't remember. I lost that pencil the first day that I wore it. I kind of think that my mom borrowed it. So there's a huge chance I may not see it again, ever. So I'm just lining up my lips, making it look a little bit more plump, making them look delicious. And then I'm gonna top it with another Wet n Wild lipstick that I think I gave to one of my friends. I don't remember. But the color was beautiful, like a burgundy dark. Yes! What, Papi? I'm trying to finish this video and you're not letting me. Can I finish? Yeah. Okay. Okay. You can't talk. Big. I may talk. I know you're talking. I hear you. Anyways, we're almost done with our look, guys. So I'm just gonna let the music play in the background instead of me talking. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, subscribe, hit that like button and the bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a video. Please share the video, tell your friends, tell your family, anybody who you think can take any piece of advice from this, either to encourage them to try new colors, to try makeup, or just to be out there. Please share my video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.